Hey guys, it's Penfest and welcome back to another video. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be starting our Let's Play on Terraria. So I actually already created our character. We got the Blue Man group headed on the Blue Man world. So I just went out and did that because it takes time for the game to load and then you gotta make your character and stuff because I really don't like the randomizer. It just randomizes really weird people and meh. So, you know, obviously I'm not weird anymore. I just had to make myself blue to, you know, fit in with the rest of the world. Do you know what I'm talking about, guys? You feel like you're not fitting in, you just gotta be blue. Yeah, definitely on track. So I actually want to start out this video by sort of giving an explanation of Terraria, but I think you guys are going to figure that out one way or another throughout this Let's Play. Even if you haven't played the game, I really do enjoy it. I have like 160 hours on it, and it's pretty awesome. So I'm super excited to start this Let's Play, but oh my gosh, that's a big honking tree. So basically, guys, I haven't played a lot since the update to 1.3 came out, so I'm going to be discovering as much new stuff as some of the people who have never played this game before are. So, yeah, I don't want this to be like a boring Let's Play, though, because I know Terraria can sort of get a little bit tedious when you're grinding out stuff. You gotta go mining, you gotta build a ton of houses, like, it's pretty much required to build a ton of houses. I do like the building in this game, but obviously you can only take so much limited, and I don't want this series to feel tedious. I want it to be very interesting. So, I'm gonna try my best to make that happen. And, yeah, so I want to make the series a lot more edited, and I want to have, like, priorities. So today's goal is, of course, to make our first house, which is, like, what you have to do in every creative survival game, or whatever these things are called. So we gotta make our house, we gotta do all that good stuff, and oh my gosh, I can't see a darn thing. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to relaunch the world because I couldn't see where I was. But we're not going to do that again. So, where was I? Oh, yes, keeping ourselves organized. So, I want to have, like, priorities for these episodes, and today's priority is going to ultimately be to try and defeat the Eye of Cthulhu. So, basically, the Eye of Cthulhu is the first boss in Terraria, and hopefully getting to him today would, of course, be the goal. And that's what I'm going to try and do. So, what I'm going to do for this first part is I'm going to do highlights of my exploration of this world. I'm going to do a little bit of looking around, see what we can do, and then we're going to build a house, and then I'm going to go exploring, show you the highlights of our exploration, show you like a montage of me building, and bam. Could be going better. See, marble biomes, they have different enemies. You can find different enemies here, which is sort of bittersweet because some of them, you know, they drop better items, but others, they're hard to kill, which of course can be a problem when you first start out the game, and those would be our particular enemies right there.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm fading away.
Well, I guess that concludes our cave adventures today. For today, we're just gonna make a little shack for our first night here in Terraria. But I promise you guys, this little shack is going to evolve very, very quickly. But now I think I'm actually going to build our real house now that we have a safe place to keep some stuff. So I'm gonna build this house, our little house. It's not gonna be as little as this little thing next to us, but it's gonna be fairly little. And I'm gonna go do that, and I guess let's make this time lapse. Let's go. Okay guys, I was looking for some stone. I was looking for a good stone deposit, one with preferably easy to access stone, but as you guys can see, I have found a jungle temple, which is pretty damn cool. So let's go check this out. I've actually never been in a jungle temple. Never been in one, because I usually play on small worlds, and the chance of a small world having a jungle temple, I mean not a jungle temple, a desert temple, is like ridiculously small. So I've never been in one before, so this is going to be a... Okay guys, we're back. I'm actually pretty impressed I managed to get back at night, because nighttime's not very nice in Terraria, so I'm fairly impressed that I got here on my first try, still alive, but not to jinx things. So we're gonna lock ourselves in here, and we're gonna dig right down. So like I said, I've never been in a desert temple before, and I'm pretty excited to see what we can get in this. So yeah, I usually play on small worlds. I don't really know why, no particular reason, but this one I did load up as a medium world. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what's in here, because I actually do not know what are in these temples. I just knew they existed. So let's see, this seems like it'd be a pretty cool place to make a base. Seems fairly cool. Yeah, I think we could definitely make a mini house here. I could see that. Is there more than one treasure room? Yes, I did see the one above, but is there more than one? No, there's just one. But this does go down pretty far. That's cool. Coolio, Julio. So then now that we know that there is one treasure room, let's go see what's in that one treasure room. We also got a lot of money here, and we got a flying carpet. Allows the owner to float for a few seconds. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's a lot of time. I can stay in the air for a long time. Let's see how much we can get from this. Ooh, we got 9 gold from that. We also have a danger sense potion and a recall potion. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I think definitely I'll be making a base here at some point, because this place is very, very cool. But yeah, that's going to wrap up our adventures here in the desert temple. I'm going to continue going for that that stone that I was originally going for. But yeah, I think this is a fairly successful adventure. So yep, gonna see you guys back in a little. Okay guys, night is about half over, and I think it's time for us to become what we were destined to be, Aladdin, the Eye Doctor. As you guys know, we now have our magic carpet, so we are officially Aladdin, the Eye Doctor now. We are an eye doctor. We have to get the angriness out of this eye, and hopefully we will be able to do that without too much struggling on the part of the Eye of Cthulhu. So I don't know what this guy's defense is like, but since I think we're going to try these javelins for its first phase. And then second phase, I think I'm going to use strictly the boomerang. Because this phase is going to take longer, and this is going to be a little bit of a battle against time, honestly, because we do not have that much time. Because I honestly do not want to wait a whole second day just to fight this boss. Because, of course, I would have to wait for the whole night to end, and that would sort of suck. So, let's burst out the javelins again. We only got a couple more thirds with these javelins left. That's all of our javelins down. So, now we have to use our boomerang. Well, I'm going to use my boomerang. We don't have to use the boomerang, but I think it's going to be the appropriate choice here. Especially if I can float, get close to this thing, get a bunch of hits in. And then I honestly like trading with the Eye of Cthulhu. I think it's sort of a good trade. Most bosses you don't want to trade damage with, but I think the Eye of Cthulhu is one where it is acceptable. Of course, if we can't take this boss down on this first try, which I honestly wouldn't be too surprised because, to be quite frank, we don't have that much time. We may run out and this monster may despawn. I'm less concerned about dying because I think this boss is at least not, like, in normal mode. I personally think it's pretty hard to die to this boss. I think it mostly comes down to time. If you're gonna, like, if you give yourself the whole night, then you'll be okay. Doesn't really matter too much, but when you don't give yourself the whole night, like what I'm doing right now, things can get a little more tricky. So I actually have to try and focus pretty hard because I need to get out as much damage as possible onto the Eye of Cthulhu. Of course, my most damaging weapon is going to be the sword, but getting up and close with this guy is not the smartest thing to do because he does a lot more damage in the second phase, and you really can't trade with him. But the good thing about the second phase is it does make the fight go a little bit faster because he loses a little bit of his defense, but of course his damage is like doubled. This is when our little carpet thingy is going to come into effect. It's going to allow us to escape his attacks relatively easy. Of course, I say that and I get hit. So I'm going to try and avoid this guy's chain of attacks. So we have to get as far away as possible right now. And looks like we're going to go down. We're at 1 health. I'm going to start pulling out the running strategy. Try and get our health potion back up. Get some damage out on the Eye of Cthulhu. We're going to get a heal up. Still can't get too cocky because he does have a solid 300 health left. We're going to have to deal as much damage as possible, though, because we are running out of nighttime, I'm afraid. Come on, the guide's going to help us out. Let's go, let's go. We're at low, but the Eye of Cthulhu is lower, and we have defeated the Eye of Cthulhu. Let's go, guys. I can't believe we actually did that. I'm honestly a little bit surprised. I did not think Aladdin the Eye Doctor was going to pull through. It wasn't looking too good for him there, because I know time was against us. We were just getting wrecked there for a little bit. I was taking way too much damage. My dodges were not on point. But, as you guys can see, I did do a lot of updates to this house, but I honestly cannot believe that we defeated that boss. It's pretty impressive. Gosh, I need to take a breath. Take a little breather there. That was a very, very intense fight, and I don't know if we would have been able to do it if we didn't have those javelins from the hoplites. But I think that's going to end up the episode today. Off screen, I'm going to make some NPC houses because we do want to get some NPCs moving in, and those can be really tedious to make, so I will make some of those off camera. I also will get a bunch of stuff ready for next episode because we have completed today's goal of defeating the Eye of Cthulhu. We made a house, we got some accessories. But tomorrow, well, not tomorrow's goal, next episode's goal, rather, is actually going to be to defeat the Eater of Worlds and maybe even Skeletron as well. And to do that, we're going to have to be pretty well prepared. I might actually have to go mining. We'll see. Depends on if I can pick up a good weapon or if I can defeat this boss pretty strategically. But yeah, it's gonna end up today's episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already to join the Penguin Army, and other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.